So, a very warm welcome to the 9th standard students of JC English High School. A fresh week, Monday today. So, as of now, in the last video, we have already completed the water resources of Karnataka. So, we have known it that we have learned the rivers of Karnataka, the east flowing river, the west flowing river, then the irrigation in Karnataka and the hydroelectric power, and also with that we have concluded with the river water dispute. What are the dispute Karnataka, not only Karnataka, why other states are also having. So today we will be going with the chapter 5 of geography. The fresh chapter name is Land Resources Karnataka. Okay, land resources. Land resources means that time we have last chapter we have done the water resources. What are the water bodies which are present in Karnataka, how they are working, from where to where they are going, like that. Land is not going anywhere, so we will be learning here what are the types of land we are having, how we are doing the utilization of land. All the land are not used for same purpose, different purpose we are using the land. Okay, so we will start off with the land resources of Karnataka. So what is there? The small introduction I will give you. That is, the land is the most important natural resources. Water, land, air, these are the natural resources. We don't have to, means these are naturally we have got in our hand. Okay. So these are known as the natural resources. This is not man-made resources. So land is the most important natural resources. Proper utilization of land. Proper utilization of land enables the state's development. See, everything is regarding to that management. How you are doing the management of the land. Whatever it is there, management is very important. Management means nothing but to utilize the thing in a proper way. So proper utilization of land enables the state's development. Karnataka is geographically well placed. Karnataka is geographically well placed in India out of the 29 states. It's not that it's in a corner or it's in some other place where some other destructions can happen. So Karnataka is geographically well placed. It has varied physical features. Physiography you have no, different types of physiographies are there. Soil, different types, vegetation, different types, there are different types of minerals, water and groundwater resources. Groundwater resources, in the last video we have already learned about what are the water resources. Okay, so now we will be going through the land utilization. What is land utilization? Land utilization, this one. Land utilization is the use of land for various purposes is called land utilization. How we are utilizing the land, that is known as land utilization. Use of land for various purposes, not for cultivation or not for construction. Okay, for various purposes we are using the land, and that is known as land utilization. Okay, this include, what are the things we include for this land utilization? This include cultivated land. Cultivated land means agricultural land, forest land, forest you know, fallow land, land for, okay, fallow land. What is this fallow land? Fallow land, it is a piece of land normally used for farming but is left with no crops on it for a season in order to recover its fertility. Means 6 months they will be doing the cultivation there, and another 6 months they will not be doing the cultivation, only to recover its fertility. That is known as fallow land. Land for residential purpose, construction of buildings, apartments, for roadways, construction. Railways also need land. Railway doesn't go in air. Okay, the railway track, it should be on land. So we are using all these things on the land only. Dams, canals, barren land. Barren lands are those land which are not used for anything. Okay, those are not appropriate for cultivation or some construction like that. Land for grazing purpose, grasses and all are there. Okay, those livestock animals, means the farming animals will go, they will graze there, means they will eat those things. So like that only you can see the land also. Land utilization in Karnataka. So what are the things we are utilizing your land? Cultivated land, fallow forest land, fallow land, land for residence, roadway, railway, dam, canal, barren land and grazing land. Okay, these are the things we are using. Karnataka has 19.05 hectares of geographical area. Okay, Karnataka has a total area of 19.05 hectares of land. For different purpose we are using this total land. These are the things which we are using. Now land utilization in Karnataka. Land utilization, how land is getting utilized in Karnataka. For that one, what we are doing, we will be discussing regarding that how Karnataka is using the land or utilizing the land. Land, first one is net area sown. Sown means the area which is getting cultivated or harvested. Okay, what is net area sown, what is gross area sown? It is written in your keywords. Net area sown means, suppose a piece of land where the cultivation is done for 2 times in a year. Okay, net area means that land will be taken into consideration for 1 time, but as the cultivation is getting done for 2 times, in the gross area sown it will be taken for 2 times. Everything is there in the keywords. So now what is net area sown? Net area sown distribution is not the same all over the state. It is not same all over the state. Gulbarga district has the largest area. Gulbarga district has the largest area under cultivation land in the state. So Gulbarga is the largest area for cultivation. It is followed by, how it is followed? It is followed by Belagavi, Vijaypura, Tumkur, Raipur, Raichur, Bagalkot, Ballari, Chitradurga and Mysuru district. These are the places where cultivation or harvesting of crops are getting done. Bangalore district has the least net area sown due to widespread of urbanization. Here in the Bangalore you can see the cultivation land or sown land, where cultivation of or agricultural land. Here it is, why it is like that? Because of the urbanization. Here most of the industries are there, most of the apartments are there, so there is no that much of space for cultivation or agricultural land. Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, Udupi and Kodagu has less cultivated area. Okay, these are the place where you will be getting less cultivated area. So we have completed this one. Okay, next 4 points we will be discussing in the next video. Thank you.